Hi, I'm Dorinda from PrimordialDor Tarot, and I'm here to do a Pisces reading today for September 15th to 18th, 2025. I'm using the Thoth Tarot deck, and I'm going to do a Celtic cross. At this time, I'd appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. Costs you nothing to subscribe, and it helps me build my channel, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And I'd like to give a shout out to all my viewers, all the new viewers, all the returning viewers, all the subscribers. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. All right, for Pisces, we're going to cut the deck. See what's happening with Pisces today on this Monday. Calling upon the universe. Can I have some messages, please, for Pisces? What's going on with Pisces today? What's going on with Pisces? What's going on with Pisces? What's going on with Pisces? All right. All right, Pisces, bottom of the deck's the overall. Bottom of the deck, we have Mercury and Virgo, 10 of disc, wealth. All right, Pisces, a 10 card indicates that some timeline in your life is coming to an end. Could be a living situation, a job, a love affair. Something's coming to an end now. And as you can see, some of these coins are not as shiny as the rest. So you have wealth coming in, but it will be no more, no less. It'll be exactly what you need, exactly, which will be different for everybody, right? Somebody's got to move, someone's got to fix the car, someone's got to pay the insurance. Whatever that money amount is for you, that's what'll come in, all right? And something's coming to an end. All right, Pisces. Present situation, we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, she comes from a place of power, passion, strength, and authority. Okay, and she's excited about life. She's powerful, determined, decisive, very high vibration. As you can see, the animals submit to her. She can conjure up things too. She's a bit of a magician. She can make life happen, all right? And she's hot and fiery and in charge, large and in charge lady. She's in charge. So that's, I think, you in this reading, Pisces. You got it going on. You're powerful. You're excited about something. You're the Queen of Wands. Wow. All right, Pisces. A little bit of wealth coming in. Just enough. Just enough. Exactly what you need, Pisces. Your challenge is the Queen of Discs. Wow, another powerful queen. This one's about material resources and wealth, okay? And she's more down to earth. This one's down to earth, okay? And she's looking back at that path she's walked, and she's built her establishment up there in the mountains and sits up there with her goat. And she's done it all. And she did it all on instinct and intuition, right? Just in hard work, this one here. And she's pretty powerful too. Down to earth queen. And you got the hot fiery queen. 2 queens. Wow, that's a lot of power, Pisces. A lot of power. The challenge is not to be too hot. Don't be too hot and fiery there. You got to tamper it a little bit with that Queen of Disc energy. Ground yourself a little bit. Okay? Need a little grounding. Okay? That's a lot of power right there. Okay, Pisces, in your below position, we have Saturn in Libra, 3 of Swords, sorrow. Okay, so, you know, in the past, there's been some issues. You know, you've been hurt, betrayed, maybe a broken heart in love, things like that. But you're working through it. You got these queens. You're working through it, okay, Pisces? This is like learning lessons in life. Right? You got to go through some of these things to see how things actually are, unfortunately. Okay, but you're working through it. The betrayals and the broken hearts and things like that. You know, you've had your lessons in that, and you're done with that. It's below position. Past position, which could be yesterday or last weekend, you have major arcana. You have the Chariot card. All right, Pisces. So the red wheels of intention have been set. The armor's on, the visor's down, and you're not talking to anybody. You've just come off a victory. This is a victory. You have won, and you're moving forward now in life, and you're leaving everything behind. You're leaving everything behind. Maybe that's what you're leaving behind with the 10 of discs. Okay? Something's over, and you are moving forward. And this could be just yesterday or last weekend. All right? You've won a battle, and you're leaving all that behind. You're moving into new territory, and the universe is guiding you and showing you the path and clearing the path for you. All right? And you're being protected by the universe. All right? And you're going on to your new life. Okay, Pisces, your future position, Sun in Scorpio, 6 of Cups, pleasure. All right, it's beautiful, okay? 6 card, living in the middle of the tree of life, balanced, okay, and pleasure. This is the one called pleasure. All the best things in life for you, Pisces, you know. Beautiful conversation with your favorite friends, people vibrating on the same vibration as you, like-minded people, being with your favorite pets and plants and things, beautiful food, fulfillment of sexual will. This is all the beautiful things that life has to offer. And that is in your future, and you're in your chariot heading that way. You are heading that way. You're heading that way, Pisces, and you've left all this behind. All right? You learned your lessons from these things that happened, right? And you learn, and you move forward. And your victory, and you are heading right for pleasure. Wow, Pisces, this is beautiful. You know, and you got the energy of both those queens. Okay, 6, beautiful. Your near future, we have the Ace of Swords. All right, Pisces, this is the Magician's sword cutting through those clouds to clarity, seeing the truth about things now. You've been crowned 22 rays, 11 and 11. This is about, you know, seeing the truth. The clouds have been parted. Nothing's being hidden from you at this time. You see everything now. This is the card of high intuition. So trust your gut instinct at this time. All right, Pisces, this is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Pleasure. Moving forward in the chariot and having that high intuition. Trust your guts at this time. Wow. It's got it right. It's got it right. Beautiful. All right, Pisces. Your internal position, what you're thinking about. We have major arcana. We have the fortune card, otherwise known as the wheel of fortune. That wheel constantly turns. You're never stuck at the bottom. It's your time to crawl to the top of that wheel, Pisces, and keep your eyes on those stars. This is a big win. Good luck, good fortune. You know, anything can happen. This is what's in your mind. You know anything can happen. You're in that chariot heading for your new life, with the energy of the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Discs. Anything can happen. You know, a big win. All right, Pisces, that's beautiful. In your environment, you have another major arcana. You have the art card, otherwise known as alchemy. Okay, so this is you creating your new environment. You're heading to a new situation, okay? As a winner, you're going as a winner, and this is your environment. You are creating your new situation. You're getting all the ingredients of your life and putting it in that cauldron and stirring it up. And you are the alchemist, creating your new situation. Where you're going to live, what kind of people you're going to hang around with. You see the truth about situations. No one can fool you. You know what you want. All right, Pisces, and you're wearing this green. The alchemist wears green. That's the new growth, creating new. All right. And, you know, you may be attracting a little bit of jealousy because you're doing so well. Okay. People might be jealous of you. I don't see any of it, but it could happen. But you are in charge. You are like the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Discs. These two queens here. Powerful. And you're the alchemist. And you're creating your new situation. You're in that chariot headed off. There you go, Pisces. Wow. What a reading. Very powerful. There you go. So you're creating your new situation in your environment. Your hopes and fears. You have the Princess of Cups, all right? She's floating with the dolphin of creation and the swan of creation. Crystals falling off her gown. And she's all about love. So you're hoping for a bit of love in your life. And you got the pleasure card. It's going to happen. Or it's already happened. You're thinking about love. And she's all up in her head type of love. Fantasies, desires, romantic love. That's what she's thinking of. And she's just light and airy and nice energy. Dreamy energy. That's beautiful. Okay, so you want some of that in your life. You can throw some of that in the pot too while you're at it. All right, Pisces. You want a little bit of love. Okay, the final card and the outcome of this reading, Pisces, is the Knight of Swords. He rules communication and speaking and saying the right words at the right time. Okay, and he's very fast-moving energy, very direct. So if you got to say anything to anybody, he's going to give you the right words to say. He can be a little chaotic at times, but I'm not taking him that way right now. I'm taking him for his intelligence and his directness and, fast to move, all right? And this is the other sword energy that you have, the high intuition. All right, Pisces, you will have the right words to say. You'll know how to say them. Nobody can bullshit you. You got the high intuition, this sword energy, and you will be able to speak anything that you have to speak in this situation. But you got it's a beautiful reading you got, Pisces. All right? So you got the right words to say and the way to say them. All right, Pisces, that was a great reading. I like to conclude with one animal spirit card, please, for Pisces. One card for Pisces. One card for Pisces, please. One card. Oh, there we go. Skunk spirit. Know your worth. Okay. So the skunk spirit, he knows how powerful that skunk is. And people know, right? They know he's coming before he makes the turn around the corner. And people respect him. They respect that skunk. They don't go in his territory. And, you got to know your worth, too. You got to know your worth, Pisces, okay? This was in the past. And now everything is beautiful. And you know your worth, your gut instinct. You know it. You're just like the little skunk, They pay attention. They pay attention to that skunk. He knows his worth, okay? That's a good one. All right, Pisces, that was a great reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, and I'll catch you next time.